Y'all don't know what I went through.
Do you have a card in your hands right now?
Nike Talk was that place that spiraled what you enjoy now.
Anyone who brought a Kobe shoe in, I would clean it for free.
Man, Melo was better than a lot of people in the league.
I saw that. My favorite jersey's that one, the Barkley.
Kobe fours.
Oh, yeah.
Episode 50. This is the Dandin and RJ Machismo podcast. We back. This is Dandin.
It's RJ Machismo. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, this is episode 50. So sorry guys, we've been on hiatus for like 4 months. So, that was like the last time we recorded, and it was like, just like a brief, podcast episode. But we still I miss it, RJ misses it, and a lot of people have been asking about us, like, hey, when's gonna be 50? So, we sincerely apologize because a lot of stuff for RJ. Yeah, RJ got, he's daddy number 2,
Two girls now, man.
Two girls, man. I'm gonna bring it to you, man. How's the daddy life?
I mean, it's been great. I mean, it's I don't want to say it's stressful, but I think it's great for me, to be honest with you, man. I mean, just seeing those two grow up and seeing Letty grow up and be a big sister, I think it's a good thing. Yeah, fatherhood it really changed you a lot. I mean, you should know that. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, it was like at that age now where, he's doing everything. So
yep.
I'm still in the younger stage where, they're still kind of young. So, but I can't wait till, they grow a little bit where they could start, maybe like want to learn sports or whatever. So, eventually I'll get there. But, right now I'm just enjoying every moment.
Yeah, enjoy that, man. Because once they turn like 5, that's it.
Yeah,
your agility, your time, it's all. I mean, it's a good thing, right? Like we dedicate our work, our time, or even our free time. The minimal free time. We'd all dedicate to the fam. So
yeah. And that's one of the main reasons why I had to switch jobs. I mean, I used to work overnights. I would miss a lot of events with it. Not quality time. Look for a new job and just be with them during the when your family in the evening. So yeah, that's pretty much just the life events as of lately. A lot of adjusting, if you want to call it that. So
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, and we'll get into a little bit later, like how you spend your free time, right? So we'll talk more about that. So yeah, so back to episode 50. So me and RJ, like, we never, in our wildest dreams, we would never think that we would like reach 50. It all started like, hey man, like, we always message or like talk on the phone. Hey man, what did you think about doing the podcast? Like, let's just try it out, right? Let's see how it works, because it's like the cool thing. Yeah. Everybody's doing one, and we're all like, close. We're all in quarantine, and what I mean. There was like no vaccine yet, so there was like a lot of uncertainty. So let's just do it.
Yeah, there's a lot unknown.
A lot unknown, right? So we were recording on a phone. Like, I think RJ was on his iPhone,
Yeah.
And we were just talking about random stuff, man. I'm like, and then like the weird part about it is like, I won't say it was weird. It was just like listening to yourself, like watching yourself, and you're like, man, like, I don't know if you feel the same way. Like, man, I can't believe I say like I look like that, or I sound like that.
Yeah, of course. That always comes to mind. I mean, anytime you hear yourself and you haven't done it, man, that's, you're like, oh man, that's kind of cringe. Even probably for like the other people that probably like, know us, they'll be like, what are these guys talking about?
Yeah, exactly. And they know, like,
why do you sound like that?
Yeah, why do they sound like that? And then like the people that know us, like the family, hey, like that's how they talk all the time. Like now it's like now you can just watch it on YouTube or like you know listen to it on the podcast, you know,
Yeah,
Apple Podcast.
it's
So
audio. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and you know, we first and foremost we want to say thank you for like people, you know, supporting for
Yeah,
everyone's support. It really means a lot to us. We don't have that big of an audience, but we do have, you know, supporters and, you know, people that, you know, that rock with us since day one. You know, just random shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shouting out to our like family and
yeah.
Randy, Jeremy, you know, All Rise and um
Just everybody, man. You know,
who else, man? Like you want to just start roll calling?
it's just a lot, man. You know, just
Wole, you know, Wole from the radio, you know what I'm saying? Like,
mostly all our guests, to be honest with you, man. I mean, you know,
yeah, you know,
I know I
Kevin.
was in a few episodes, but I appreciate you holding it down. So I mean, yeah, I just appreciate the support from everybody, man. To be honest with
Yeah, exactly. You know, like I said, like RJ was you know, he felt bad because like there's, you know, certain times where he couldn't get in, you know, he couldn't like make it, but you know, it's cool, man. Like you know, the show still has to go on, and you know,
you. Yeah,
he
of
knows
course.
that there's
Yeah,
guests and then we have topics and stuff. So yeah, it's nice that it still goes, you know, that we keep it going, and then a lot of people wants to be, you know, like we ask them to be a part of it. You know, some of them do, some of them don't. You know, we respectfully, you know, you know, accept their decision, but it's cool.
yeah,
You know, like it's better to just be transparent with people rather than just like waiting for them to like, you know, hoping they would be on. And you know, we kind of learned, you know what I mean, like we kind of like
yeah.
accepted that like, hey, it comes with the territory, right? So you just got to keep on moving. So yeah, and then of course like us too, like, you know, we talk more primarily about like sneakers and sports, and you know, we've had personalities too, like we were blessed, you know, like shout
Yeah.
out to Julian. um you know, he got us, you know, Clinton Yates from ESPN, you
Yeah,
know, a local
yeah, man.
native. So that was dope. I had Chase Hughes from NBC Sports Washington, so shout out to him.
Yes, sir.
Sneaker Man Dan, you know, that's Wale's like, you know, like best friend and a good friend of ours from back in the day.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy, you know, shout out to like Tasha and V from Hawaii, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like they were
yeah, man.
like the first females that we had on the pod, and it's crazy, right? Like now it's just like 50. Like
Yeah.
we hit a 50 ball now. So like
Slowly but surely, but we made it here,
yeah, man. Took us 4 months,
man.
right? Took us 4 months
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
it. So like, you know, from you know, on the behalf of me and RJ, you know, we sincerely thank you for you know, supporting us once again. I can't say it enough, but thank you so much for like rocking with us, and we hope that you continue to, you know, subscribe. If it's not, it's cool, you know, maybe because you guys forgot about us, but we here. Maybe
and we try
you'll
to
see
keep
us in
it
your
interesting,
notification.
man.
Yeah, you'll see us in
Yeah,
your notification if you got it on, you know, if
yeah.
you had it on. So and you know, you can't say thank you for like everybody that's been, you know, supporting us. And yeah, so we really didn't have anything planned to talk about, but aside from thanking from episode 50, because like that's like a special episode for us. But yeah, we just want to just talk about like how we started loving the game of basketball, right? So, you know, it stemmed from like for me, like stemmed from when I was a kid. My dad took me from you know, in the park. You know, I was very young, barely know how to dribble, barely learn how to shoot. You know, I would always watch my dad like playing in the park, and then you know, also moved to the Philippines. You know, played in it's different there compared in the States. And then RJ can, you know, speak about that too. You know, he had both experiences, you know, playing in the Philippines and playing
Yes,
in
sir.
the yeah, in the States. Yeah, man. You know, like I love that the game of basketball. You know, like for me, like I don't really play as much. But you know, like I still watch it. You know, I still talk about it. I still buy the sneakers. You know that I like. sold them, recycled them, give them
Yeah.
away. You know what I mean? That's just the life cycle, right?
Yeah.
A soul wears off, you just give them away or whatever, or sell them. There's a time span. So yeah, basketball was always been like fun for me. And then also like hooping with RJ, that was also fun. Uh, but yeah, I'm a bounce stuff to RJ too, seeing how he likes it.
Well, I wanted to know, man, like for you, when was the time when you first played your first organized game, man?
Was that
Your first organized basketball game?
first organized basketball game? Oh my god, probably like middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably middle school, man. Like, so how about you? Like, when did you start playing like organized basketball?
Uh, Man, that was probably like probably high school, man. Like
Hmm.
FABA. That
Baba?
was the first. Yeah, that was the first organization I played for,
Yeah,
and we were there. It was me. A couple of friends of mine. The guys that like
yeah,
Fredo and Rob, Chris, Terrence, Rayon, all those guys. Man,
yeah,
we
yeah,
we,
yeah.
start, we started in FABA. And, they had a little draft, and you know, we were like pretty much the kids that pretty much played in the first like inaugural season of FABA, I guess. So we all got drafted like different teams, and
Hmm.
yeah, I can remember I was so nervous, man. I airballed my free throw.
Really?
That's like, yeah, that was like the main highlight that I had, playing in that league. But from there on out, I mean, growing up, like every year we grew and we just became a team, and we started pretty much our own team, and we all
Mhm.
gelled together, and eventually we got to um, the championship. And funny thing was, man, like the our first championship in FABA,
Mhm.
that gym that we played in last Sunday, that was the same gym where we won our first championship as a team.
Damn. So
And then,
how old were you? How old were you when you
man,
first like won your first chip?
I think I was like 17 at that time, man. Yeah, I was probably 17.
You were a sophomore in high
Yeah,
school, right?
it came full circle because, yeah, like I said, that was that gym in Bryant High School in Alexandria. That was the first, that was the first gym that we won a championship in. And then now, like I said, Sunday ago, I mean, I won a championship there with Jeremy and, his cousins and, like the same, some of the guys that I played with, around that time too. So it just came full circle and, winning a championship back then and winning one now with two daughters, that's like a great thing. So yeah,
So,
it's great.
what was let me ask you. So I'll be the one interviewing you about your career. So like, what's it like when you won it at 17 versus how you won it like now, especially like you're single or you had a girlfriend now, now it became your wife.
Yeah.
Now you were able to win in front of your family. What was that experience like for you?
It was great. I mean, like I said, back then it was just like, it was just, oh yeah, we won a championship. It was like, it's really hard to say because I mean, both like scenarios was different at that time, but I think this one might be a little bit better, to be honest with you,
Hmm.
because winning in front of your family and
Right.
having two daughters, that's like a whole different thing. I think that's like a big memory for me now too. And then, like I said, it just came full circle because it was in the same gym too. So
Right.
yeah, I think it was just very good, man. It's like amazing feeling to me, to be honest with
Man. So so can you still remember like the first time like you hoop? I guess if you want to like briefly describe what was it like playing back in the Philippines. Just like, I mean, what was your fondest memory? Like,
I mean, it
if you
was,
can
to be
remember.
honest with you, man, it was lonely because I never played like a full game with anybody. It was just like just shooting around, and coming to America. I mean, that's when I started playing actually like one on ones with people. And I played with you guys, and like I said, like when we started FABA, that's like my first organization. I played first organized basketball, and then getting in those leagues with you guys. Like, I don't even know how we ended up with Goodfellas. I don't, I
Damn,
don't know.
had to
I
bring it
forgot.
there.
Yeah, I forgot all about, like, I don't know who set that team up or how I got into it, but I mean, it was a great experience for
Yeah.
us. You know.
It was like our mutual friend Ralden, like
Okay, yeah, that's not. Yeah,
yeah,
I knew it was Rawdon.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
Ralden, yeah. So like shout out to him if he ever listens to the
yeah,
pod. But like I remember like he was I think he was like the owner slash coach or whatever, and then
yeah, yeah.
I remember like I remember like you were playing there, and then I would watch. I was a spectator, and then came up to me, hey man, like we need a like you got an open spot, like can you run with us? Like all right. And then that's when we started like hooping. And then it was, our team wasn't, I mean, it was cool, but we weren't really like that good,
Yeah, let's not talk
0
about the
and 10,
record.
bro. Like zero,
Yeah, oh,
0
there you go. You
and
just
10.
said it. 0-10.
0 and 10. You just gotta be, I'm gonna be like 100 with it. Like
Oh
we
yeah.
were all young, like
Oh yeah.
we didn't have any like no discipline, we just run and gun. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I remember it was you and Soup. It was just that was just the offense right there. Like me, my job was just to run up and down the court. I rebound, I pass it to you and Soup, and run it back, and then run it back.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, man, I remember like you. I mean, your metabolism was just like high, right? So this dude was just skin and bones, and he would like eat whatever he wanted. He would eat McDonald's, Popeyes. He'll drink
Drink
like
soda
he'll drink like
before the game, after the
yeah,
game.
he'll drink like a half 2 liter, bro, like of Coke, and then he'll drop like 30, real talk, and he's not even cramping.
Right, man. I ain't stretch. I ain't
Hell
never
no, he
stretch,
didn't
man.
stretch.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, all of us ain't stretching even
No, he
before
didn't
the
stretch.
game, man.
That's I mean, yeah, we were eating bad, and there was no nutrition.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, that's when we became, pretty much close. Because I mean, at that time, my wife now, who's your cousin, obviously, she was like, yeah, my cousin, he plays for, Goodfellas, and that's the first time I was like, yeah, oh, Danny plays. I was like, oh man,
He's my
that's
teammate.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. So that, I mean, that's how
Yeah.
we pretty much, linked up every time. We
Yep.
play in the same team. So that's how it pretty much it started for us too.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was crazy, right? Like what was that? Oh shit. Oh 04,
I
2004,
think, yeah, it
2005.
was, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah, I mean it was cool. Like honestly, like I had a good time. I mean, of course
Yeah,
I wanted to win, but it is what it is. It was a humbling experience. It was a good experience, and then yeah, man, like casually, like in Filipino leagues. This was like way before it got like really big. Like they have like multiple leagues now.
yeah,
So no, and then they have like the church leagues and stuff. Those are always competitive, and
yeah.
uh, no,
Those
we had some good squads, and we had some questionable stuff that went on, and you know,
yeah, I mean, what's memorable to me was when we had the Nova. The
yeah,
Nova squad. I mean, um, I think that was one of the greatest experiences, I had in a church basketball league, alongside from, obviously the recent championships. But yeah, they was just, we treated that as if it was like working like training camp, bro. Like,
it was,
we go to Wakefield Park, and we would just practice for like hours,
and
dude.
it's
Like,
hot as shit.
yeah. I think when was that? I think we were practicing in like August, and I think the tournament was like around what, November or something like that.
Yeah, it was three
Yeah,
months of training, bro.
yeah, 3 months of training, and my ass would like leave work just to
Hmm.
freaking like practice with you guys, man. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
and then like you drove that far, and then you play a couple games, and like we'll stick around the hooper. Like you trying to make your trip worth. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, we'll
like
hoop extra,
no matter how tired, how like but dumb tired we were, like you were there, like hey man, I skip work
Yeah,
to just to hoop with y'all. So those are fun times. Like I enjoyed it.
I mean, yeah, like it's crazy. Like, like I did enjoy it too, but I mean, it could have been like a 30 for 30 type of documentary too
Oh
because of
yeah,
how
yeah.
it went down. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it was still a fun experience,
Mhm.
with you and with the other guys too, because I mean, like I didn't really know most of those guys. I only know you, obviously, and then Randy was there, right?
Yep.
And then, and
And,
like
and
the other guys
JP,
went over,
yeah,
but yeah,
yeah, yeah. Shout out to
but
JP too. Yeah, he was a young boy. Like
yeah.
he
I mean,
couldn't
he
play
could have
with
played
us.
with us.
Yeah,
Could
at
have
that
played.
time. At that
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
It would have
yeah,
been, it would have been nice, but
yep. It was always the could have, would have.
yeah, it was. Because like I said, long story short with that, I mean, our pretty much our coach, kind of gave up on us, and then we had another coach, and then come the tournament day, we actually did good. We went all the way to the semis, and then obviously we got punished.
Yeah, we got punished. Yeah,
Yeah,
because we didn't get no, we didn't get no like no rest or whatever.
yeah, so
Yeah, we got smacked.
yeah, we got smacked. We were really tired. I mean, the tournament was set up where it was like, it was continuously. We didn't really have that much rest.
Yep.
So, and everything was new to us too. And then, like us not having a coach,
Yeah.
our rotation was kind of weird. So, but yeah, I mean, it was fun times. Like I said, it's always those memories. Like I think, for us, people would just look at us and say, oh, we might not play ball, but I mean, this is our story now, what I'm saying? As far as like we did play basketball
Yep.
and we did have some good times and bad times with it. And then yeah, man. I mean, and like I said, I always had fun playing with you and the other guys, and I wish we could have kind of like played a little bit longer. And
Yeah.
we had a few chances to win the chip, even with JPG in there. And what was that like the 2 years after with playing with Patuxent? Was it with Patuxent?
Solomon's Island or Patuxent. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Patuxent.
yeah.
We were the doo Brown team, man.
Yeah, Cleveland
UPS
Browns.
UPS boys.
Yeah, yeah. That
Yeah,
was like that might have been like the following year, maybe 2 years after. But
I
yeah,
think
it
two
was.
years after. Yeah, because I remember that was a time I think I was already like I was getting married already, and that was gonna be
Yeah,
like my last time, like like playing with you guys, and
yeah,
like it meant a lot for me to like play with you guys, and I enjoyed it. I wasn't like I said, I wasn't like really like the best, one of the best like players out, but like I had fun, man. Like that's all that
yeah.
mattered to me. Like people can say whatever they want. Oh, like he ran slow, or like he flopped, or
Man,
what
that
I'm
don't even
saying.
matter,
He
man. I mean, you
runs.
play if you played in leagues and then you play ball, you can play ball, man.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
don't.
So
That,
what I'm saying. Like for me, like I had like I'll put it out there. Like I had like I didn't win no chips, but there were some games where like I was I felt good about myself. Felt a little different about myself.
yeah.
I
I
said
mean, tell them that game. It was that game when with the intramurals. You remember
intramural
when
joint.
you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember that. So yeah,
yeah, that was like the following year after the other game, the other
yeah.
year.
So
So
the team that replaced us, I'll give you backstory. So the team that replaced us was supposed to be like the really really good team. Like they were so good. They split it into two teams, right? So like me and RJ, we took it as a I don't I'd say it. It's like it was like a an insult, right? Because like all
yeah,
right, they were like they very like cocky, saying like, oh yeah, we're better than the other team. Like,
yeah,
oh yeah. So like, RJ was at that point he was in a different team, but I stuck around with this team, with a different team, and we actually played on like the first round, like the first game.
yeah,
And you know what I'm saying? Like it was good. Like I remember like y'all, like you and Randy, y'all just finished your game, like you guys won, and then you guys were watching my game,
yeah.
and then you knew like I wanted it so bad. Like I was really like really playing like really hard.
Hey, bro, I was
That's
cheering
how,
for you.
yeah, I was I've never played this like as hard as I could, man. Like I was like dying for the fucking ball. You know what I'm saying? And then like
Yeah,
my crowning moment, it was like I was able to. I think they were up like 2, and then like they fouled me, and then all I had to do was ice the game, and then I stank those like 2 free throws, and I just looked at I just looked at their bench, and they're like,
Sent them home.
yeah, I sent them home. Yeah. I waved them goodbye. And then like the other team looked at me and then they kind of like saw that. So they took it personal.
Yeah.
So ironically we played them in the next game and then we lost. We did a valiant effort, but that was like my Super Bowl. That was my championship right there. Like I was able to send that team home and
Yeah.
yeah, and then I remember you and Randy, y'all were just like
Yeah.
smirking, like, yeah, dog, like you got this, like you got it.
Yeah. That was that
I
moment
remember,
there.
man,
I was like,
they were like this, bro, like, yeah, he did it, man.
shit, I wish I was in the floor too with y'all, man, playing that. But yeah,
Yeah,
that was all you right there, man.
yeah,
You
but
said
yeah, that tournament, that RG won another chip because he got so much in this trophy case, man. You got a bunch.
yeah, I mean, like I said, being part of the team, I'm fortunate to be, part of these teams and, getting
Mhm.
invited to, play with them. So,
Yeah,
um, but, for me, it's like I always wanted to win one, like me as a leader, because, there's nothing wrong with being part of those championship teams and just being a role player. But, every basketball player wants to win a championship, like being that leader guy, So, I was glad I was able to do it. I think that was in 2017. It was
yeah, I
another church.
remember that. So we can go there. So like I wanted to ask you. I've been always wanted to ask you, right? So I remember there was that game where like my cousin Jay hit that game winner, right? That ball was supposed to go to you, right?
I mean, I was wide open. I mean, I told him I was wide open, but I was like, hey man, I know, he was gonna take that shot. That's Jeremy. He's gonna take that shot. But
Yeah.
that went in. We won. But yeah, I was
But
wide open. I told him I was like, hey, I was wide open, but it's all good. You made the shot.
no, but for you though, like did you wanted that ball, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, being a shooter, man, you always you always want that
Shoot or
ball.
shoot.
Yeah, shoot or shoot. Yeah, but it is what it is, man. But yeah, like I said, I mean, being a basketball player, you always want to win as a leader, and you want to win in a certain way. What I'm saying,
Hmm.
like me, like I said, I was fortunate to do that. Um, and it was like a sweet achievement, to be honest with you. Like a lot of people don't really take basketball, like church basketball, seriously. But if you're playing basketball, man, that's a competition. That's a competition, man. You got to play for real. Like it doesn't matter what type of leagues you're playing in. Doesn't matter who you're playing against. But I mean, basketball is basketball, man. Like you win. You win in every way. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't
Hmm.
matter.
Yep.
It's a competitive sport, man. So,
It's the
um,
moral. It's like it's like they say like there's no thing as moral victories. There are moral victories, man.
yeah. But like I said, it's just when people like say, "Oh, it's church basketball," like those guys that you're playing against probably don't even play ball every week. I mean, you don't know that. I mean, like
Yeah, you
maybe they
don't you
don't, but
don't underestimate that. You don't
yeah,
know, you know,
yeah,
you don't know what they went what they went through or like.
yeah. Like anytime you step on the court, that's a competitive sport. You gotta
Mhm.
play.
Yep, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
But like I said, 2017, I was just, bunched up with a group of guys, shout out to Paul, like he was in that squad. So, we just assembled that team and, I just took the initiative to be one of the leaders. Obviously that was Paul's team because, at that locale, that was pretty much his team that he put together. But, I was just like, hey man, I just took the lead too. I was like, this is our squad, this is how we're gonna do it. And we came a long way. Like the year prior, we got punished too, and I remember this one game, man, like we were down like 11 with like 3 minutes left, and then we just came back and we just beat the other team. And I remember scoring like 8 out of that 11.
Damn.
So, but it was cool, man. Like I said, just basketball is love, man. To be honest with you, I'm at a certain age right now that I shouldn't be playing, but I'm still playing, man. you know.
Damn.
I just recently, like I said, recently I just joined this new league out in Baltimore because the way they do things is like they draft you. So you're in like a draft pool and you just get drafted to like a random
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's a good organization that to get into. And Glenn told me about it. Glenn, one of our other guests, that was in the podcast. He plays in it. He's been playing in it for a while now, and he told me all about it. I was supposed to join last season, but obviously I couldn't because I just had Reagan. But yeah, I got drafted. I don't know. I think I got drafted in the 4th round or something.
Hey,
Yeah,
good
I'm
pick.
excited. Yeah, I'm excited to play, man. I think the season starts in the 27th. It's gonna be a drive, but I mean, hey, I drive for basketball anywhere, man.
Damn.
Yeah, it's gonna So, you know,
I do miss it though, bro. I mean, I do get asked, like, people like, like Ramon. Shout out to Ramon.
yeah, man.
Like he asked me, like he'll text me, hey, bro, like we playing at 9 o'clock. Like, bro, I gotta go to sleep, man. I gotta
Man,
work. But you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, I one of these days I will take up to his offer. Maybe when the time you come here, we'll go play.
yeah, do
You
it,
know what I'm
bro.
saying? Like, and he tells me like, bro, we hoop to like 1 o'clock. Like, damn, it's crazy. Like they hoop from like 9:01 at open
Yeah,
gym.
yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, you think about it like, damn, man, I want to play, but it's like your body is like, and then
Oh yeah, tell me about it. There'll be some days that I'd be like that, man. Like my body be like, man, you shouldn't even be playing, man. Like you be tired, but I just love it so much that I mean, at a certain point for me, I know I'm gonna have to stop, because just to avoid injuries or whatever. But as of right now, if I'm still able to play, I'm gonna keep playing. But
yeah. I think it's great that your family supports you, which is
yeah,
very important. That
yeah,
you still love the game of basketball because if it was any other way, if they weren't understanding, you would have just like called it a career, right, and then just moved on. But
yeah,
since your family is very understanding and they see how you love the game of basketball, they want to show love back to you by having you continue playing, and that's important, right? Like it's important that you still have that game of basketball mentality, and you something to look forward to, right? Because we work, we're family men,
yeah. I
husbands.
mean, yeah. For me, it's more of I challenge myself to it. To be honest with you, that's
Mhm.
that's why I keep playing because being part of championship teams, that's one thing. Okay, but my challenge is like, can I keep up with today's game? Like the game changed now. Like
Mhm.
from how we played back then, it's so different. Like
Yeah,
it's going with the NBA. It's just
yeah.
like
Everybody wants to shoot a three,
that
shoot
too,
from
and
half court.
people are more athletic now too. They're
Yep.
faster, and you're just trying to keep up, man. For me, it's like a challenge. Like I said, with this new league, I tried out for a 35 and under because they're going to Lancaster for Labor Day weekend.
Oh damn.
Yeah, there's another tournament like with that. So I tried out to represent that organization, and I actually made it to the 35 and over, and I want to play 35 and over. But they were like, "Hey man, can you play with the Open League?" Open is like younger dudes. I'm playing with like 25, 24-year-old guys, and then they moved me to that team.
Oh damn.
So I'm like, damn, I was hoping to play with the 35 and ups, but now I'm playing with like younger dudes. So
Damn.
yeah, because like I tried out because like I said, I mean, they saw how I play. They're like, nah, you shouldn't be playing 35 and over. Yeah, 35 and over. You should be playing with the younger guys. I'm like, all right, whatever is best. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's why I'm doing this Labor Day weekend. I'm representing for that organization. So like tomorrow I got practice. Tomorrow morning I got to drive up near Baltimore to
Shit.
yeah, to practice. I mean, like I said, it's just all for the love and like challenging myself.
Yeah.
Like even with this league coming up too. Like I don't know like half the play. I don't even know anybody in the team, but
Hmm.
know, it's just playing and seeing what you can do at this point. It's just like I always look at at this point, I was telling my wife, I was like, I always watch Jordan's films with the Wizards because at that point he's adjusting to playing with like the
Yeah.
guys.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've been watching a lot of his films, just adjusting his
Yeah.
age. So it's always going to be a challenge, man. And like I said, at some point, it's winding down for me. So I just want to go out with a bang, I guess, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
knowing you, there's no timeline.
Oh yeah, there's no
You see,
timeline. Yeah,
yeah,
because
you
like,
see, as long as you can still pick up a basketball, you can still run.
yeah. I mean, you know how I am, like how competitive I am. Like, in my mind, it's just like people would just say, oh, he can only do this, he can't do that. Like, yeah, I know I can't dribble, right? Like, I don't have good handles, but I could create my space, I could score. I know I could do that.
Yeah.
It's just, at this point, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Like, I already know no one's gonna respect how I played or how I play. They don't
Mhm.
respect that. They don't respect that. So I'm just gonna play for myself, obviously. But I'm very competitive, man, and I just want to see what I could do. So and like I said, I adjusted how I play my game. Like before, I would just always shoot. You know, now I'm actually like doing post ups and yeah, I'm just adjusting, man. Like yeah, I'm starting to dribble a little bit more and driving it more, and there's a lot of improvements that I know I've made. So it's a growing sport, man. Basketball is like it's an amazing sport, man, because it's like there's a lot of transitions and there's a lot of evolving to it too. So yeah, man, that's like you said, there's no timeline, but eventually later on I will have to stop. But
Yeah.
as of right now, I could still play. I'm gonna keep playing. So
Hey, that's great, man. As long as you can still play, because
yeah,
someone got to do it.
yeah, and it's yeah, it's fun, man. Like you said, you work all the time, and you're
You
like
got
with
you need
family.
yeah,
So
you need an outlet. You need an outlet to like you need a getaway, right? To
yeah,
like
I mean, video
get your
games
mind.
are there, but for me, video games is not how it used to be. It's like
No, man. No.
I'd rather just be out the house and playing basketball. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a quick getaway for me, to be honest with you. That's what it is.
Yeah. Like for me, like because like my son Mateo, he's 7 years old. Like I want him to be as active as possible, especially like, you know, for him to, spend his summer like he he wants to, he plays video games with his cousins, but it's different, right? It's different when you play basketball. And I shoot with him at the park, but I did enroll him in a basketball clinic. And
Yeah, man.
yeah, man, it's great. Like I like as a parent, like that's everything that I wanted when I
Yeah,
was, because when I was 7, like, nothing against my parents, but
yeah,
they didn't give me like that type of like opportunity, because
right.
it wasn't there. It wasn't
Yeah,
there like at that
that's what I'm
time.
saying. Yeah.
So like for me, like I'm living through him,
Yep.
selfishly, because like I see like, hey, like he really likes it. And I told him, like, as long as you like what you do, if you still like playing basketball or martial arts, I'll still support you. But the day that you stop not liking it, then I'll respect it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I agree with you with that. Like, as being young, like your parents didn't take you. Like same for me. Like I had to learn basketball on
Mhm.
my own.
Yep.
I didn't get into any camps or
Yeah.
after
Yep.
school activities. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
I didn't get to do that.
Yep.
And like you said, no, nothing against my parents. It's just my parents were just doing their thing to support me.
Hmm.
So, I can't blame them for that. And like,
Yeah.
and if I did do all that, I bet you right now I'd probably be like really good, to be honest with you. Like I'd probably have good handles. But
Oh, of course.
you know,
No doubt. No
it is what
doubt.
it is. I didn't
Yeah.
have basketball camps back in the day. Like you didn't
Yeah.
have, you didn't do that either. So I mean,
Yep.
it is what it is. But we're here now. So I mean, like you said,
Exactly.
for you, you're living through your son,
Yep.
and for me, if one of my daughters wants to play ball, I'll teach them, and I'll make sure they'll be you know
Sign
I'll
them
be a
up.
best version of me. Yeah.
Sign them
They'll
up.
have handles. They'll have
Yeah.
handles more than I do. So
Sign them up in the
yeah,
clinic.
yeah,
You teach them
you know,
after, after when you get home, and in your backyard.
yeah.
all the basic stuff they learn. You know what I mean? It's refreshing for me because I for for 7 years, you know, for someone that's 7 or like 10, your attention span is like very limited, right? Like you lose interest. These kids, like I give it to these like coaches that and you know instructors, they get your attention 100%. Like you know, you have to respect them because they expect respect back. Um, and like every time like I take Mateo, like he's always paying attention. You know, typically if it's like different other nothing against other kids, but you know, like they don't pay attention or they're like they're not into it. They're all into it. That's why like I really like I like watching him. Like even like I had like relatives like that visited us. I said, hey, like you want to come with me to like watch Mateo, and then they're like impressed too because they're like, hey, like when my kid was his age, that's I used to take him. You know what I mean? Like it has like that bondage. So when your kids, RJ, you know, like when they get at that age and you introduce them to the game of basketball or whatever sport or whatever hobby they decide to do, you know, we'll always be like supporting them no matter what. You know, not just basketball, but like everything in life. So
anything that they want to do.
yeah, whatever they want to do, as long as they're happy with it, I'm happy with it.
Hell yeah.
But basketball's first though. Like that was like
of course.
I had to like, hey, I put a ball in your crib. We used to roll the ball like when you learn how to walk. You know, and you know it's great, man. Like just seeing like your kid one day, and then that's what you want as a parent, right? You want one day you want them to be better than you.
Oh yeah, of course.
And at his age already, he's already better than you already. You know, and when your kids are, you know, when your kids get to that age, you'll see a lot of you, a lot of your wife, all in one. And then when you see your kid playing basketball, like shooting their first basket and going doing drills, and man, it's just like heartwarming, man. Like
Oh yeah, of course.
I can't explain it. Like you have to experience it for yourself.
Yeah, I could see it right now, man. To be
Yeah,
honest,
man.
Yeah.
That's what I live for now, man. Like you know, you play on the court. I watch my kid play on the court. That's my happiness already.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I said, for me, like like you said, you want them to be better than you, and that's the goal. And like I said, if one of them wants to play basketball, I will make sure of that.
Yeah,
Better
exactly.
than me.
Exactly.
I'll get them started on those handles first. So I mean, like for me, man, like it's crazy. Like people, obviously you don't have handles, but I can't go to the left that much. But I can still go to the left, but it'll just be with my right.
Yeah, I have to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're if people don't know or people haven't played with him, like RJ he has a crazy ass like fadeaway, man. That joint is like it's a combo. It's a combination of Carmelo Anthony, Kobe. Shit. Who else? I don't know. Who else did you pat in your game after? It was Kobe.
Joe Johnson.
Iverson, a little bit.
No, Joe Johnson, man.
Oh, Joe Johnson. Oh shit, there you go.
ISO Joe, man.
ISO Joe, yeah. From the Hawks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's ISO Joe, Kobe, and Carmelo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy, man. Like, yeah, a lot of people, back then we had there was no YouTube yet. I think YouTube was just no wait. Was it YouTube already during that time? It was starting.
Yeah, it was starting.
Yeah, so this guy would mimic like Melo's like jab step, Kobe's fade.
You were the one that told me to do it all the time. You were encouraging me to do it, so
man. Yeah, you put that in your game though. Like this is Denver Nuggets Melo.
Yeah.
not this guy right here. Not that guy.
Yeah.
It was a Melo that actually dunked through the hoop.
Yeah.
Not would just like yell all the time for a call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not that guy. The 03 NBA Live Melo.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, man, those good times, man. Like I enjoy like playing basketball, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to us, like what their memories were, and man, I enjoyed it. Now, like I said, you play, on a league that you like playing with, like you're contented, you're happy, and not and just give me like guys like the people who aren't in the DMV from where RJ lives to Baltimore. That's like an hour drive
Hell yeah.
without traffic.
Yep.
With traffic, that's an hour plus.
Yep.
You gotta take the Beltway. The Beltway is like crazy traffic.
It's freaking ridiculous now.
Ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
So like, especially how gas is going down a little bit, but regardless, that's still a drive. It's
Oh,
front and back,
yeah.
and that's
Even my
time.
Tuesday runs. Even my Tuesday runs, the ones Glenn invites me to. I mean, that's still in Silver Spring, Maryland. That's like,
Damn,
that's
I was
like
hoping
a
that job
40.
was in Bowie.
Nah, that was like in Silver Spring somewhere, man. So
God
that's still like a
damn,
45-minute drive from here with traffic. It's still an hour. An
shit.
hour, so
I thought just driving to Virginia was cool back in the day, but now like I'm I'm sure they haven't fixed that 495, the 66
no,
yet.
it's just more people driving now. It's just that bad now.
That is wild, bro.
It's just that bad now, bro. So,
Golly,
yeah. Yeah,
man.
man. So I mean that kind of wraps up our like basketball talk. And like I said, man,
Yeah, you
I enjoy,
know,
I
I
really
wish
enjoy.
I wish there was like video. There's pictures of us like in
Yeah,
uniforms and
yeah, like I wish
playing
now we had like highlight
basketball.
reels. You know what I'm saying? Like we recorded
And
ourselves.
here, the highlight videos are here. You
Yeah,
press
man.
play. I thought here's the thing. Like me and Artie were talking about. Hey, remember this time I sent you a pic? You rolled
Yeah,
the basket.
yeah.
Remember that time the dude like elbowed me in the head, and then what I'm saying, I just walked away or whatever, or like you know what I mean? Those
Yeah.
those games.
That's what I'm saying, man. If we had real time, like like Instagram back then, or TikTok, whatever, man.
It
Like
was it was MySpace and Friendster
and
and
we didn't have phones that could
hell
record.
no. I was on the LG. RJ had the what do you had the next? Yeah, Nextel.
Yeah, and I had next
Yeah,
to the
the
walkie
chirp
talkie.
chirp,
Yeah,
the chirp joint.
and what 2 megapixels, man. Couldn't even record shit.
Oh my.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like it's just the stories that we tell, man. Like
Yeah,
if we had reels, but I wish we had some video
I wish
clips.
I can just put a flash drive in my memory bank and just like for everyone to see it. But yeah, man, like I appreciate like hooping with RJ. It was good times. Um, yeah, man, like during my time like living there, it was great because like you know all you were responsible is like your job. We had girlfriends.
Yeah,
Now it became wives. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They're understanding now is like what time you going home? Where
all right,
we're
man.
waiting for you. You
Yeah,
know, so like yeah, it was cool, man. Like everything like I experienced like playing. And, like I said, I played for the love of the game, just like RJ. Like
yeah,
RJ's doing it now, and now like it's my turn to pass that on to my son.
yep,
I may not be as knowledgeable with skills or like giving them advice. I mean, life advice I give them, but the game of basketball, I depend on like the people, like, the professionals, right?
yeah, yeah.
Coaches and stuff. So I see it at hand, and like he loves it, and hopefully he becomes good at it. But I see he's competitive. Like my kid's competitive, and even like playing video games, he doesn't like losing. He hates losing. One thing about my kid, and he plays with like his cousin Camden. They hate losing, bro. Like
Yeah, yeah,
I
I know
don't know if
that.
you hear them like when they play Fortnite. Every
Yeah,
time they play 1v1, and when they lose, well, you hear one of them screaming right in the
yeah,
TV.
man. Yeah, they don't
Not
like
just
losing.
when he goes to your house or you go to like Randy's house or like my house. Like I hear someone screaming. Like, all right, I guess that person didn't win. Like,
Yeah,
and
they
then
hate losing.
yeah, it's crazy. And then I think the good thing about it is just in closing, like it's in good hands. Like the future is in good hands. Their generation is in good hands. Um, there's like there's kids, his cousins play sports or like and ballet, or like with my niece, she's doing ballet. And then I see like several people, like like nieces and nephews. They have aspiring, what they want to do, like not just sports.
Yeah.
The future is bright for them. It's not, and I support them 100%. And this family's gonna keep growing. It's crazy. And I'm just
It is.
RJ, man. Like damn, I'm just like damn, your kid. Last time, like Letty just just holding her. Now she's like
Yeah, bro.
walking around and stuff. Yeah, talking and
singing and
stuff.
everything.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
she's like a little you.
Yeah, pretty much, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So like if you guys stuck around this time, up to this time, you appreciate listening to us. This is just like something like ad lib. Like we didn't really have this plan. And
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
out of nowhere,
Like
man. RK out of nowhere. Like it just came out of nowhere. So yeah, we appreciate you guys listening to us, and we hope that we will continue to provide good content. Uh, yeah, and we have so many things that we want to do, for this podcast. So many things that there's more guests, not just the one that we've had before. And there's so many things that we can't wait to share with you. We have some things lined up, and we hope that you like the content. And if not, it's cool. If you do, even better, you know. But we're not fishing for like likes, or like views. We just post stuff for what we like.
Yeah,
It's not everybody.
talk about, man. I mean, that was the whole goal from the beginning. It's just
Yeah.
anything that we talk about, man, maybe people find it interesting and they just
Yeah.
keep listening. So I mean, if they do, then it's cool, man. But if not,
You know what's funny, RJ?
we're
Like
still-
when I was like looking at when I was looking at your, because like we didn't have a official page yet. It was an RJ's like YouTube page. Our episode 1 was like the most viewed.
Yeah,
That was like the most viewed. Like even like to this day, it was the most listened one. Like not to brag, I guess because like people were curious, right? Like damn, they got a fucking podcast.
yeah, but like, man,
What
what
are
are
they
these
talking
guys
about?
talking
They
about,
talk
man?
about fucking shoes and like player prices and like getting shit for cheap and playing wrestling and basketball and you know what I mean?
I mean, trust me, guys. There is so many other stories that's not even told yet about player prices, like
Nah, bro, it's just the beginning.
shit
lot
that we
of
got
people-
for like detail.
Yeah, we got stories for days, and that's just like the beginning. Like you haven't heard. We'll probably do a story time. I wish I had receipts. The receipts are here.
Like I said, it was the same thing. I wish we had video clips and receipts, but
But I mean, we got box tag prices. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the closest. RJ can show. Me and RJ can show like a couple. I think I have some receipts too.
yeah,
And then you just I leave it to you guys to be the judge of it.
right. People just don't know.
People think we robbing the place, man. It's them trying to get rid of shit.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
People don't realize. And that wasn't even too long ago, to be honest with you, man. This is the era when it was like 2010s. It was in the 2010s.
That was the golden era, bro.
That was 10 years ago, but still.
Even
you look
04, 04,
Yeah.
05,
Oh
02.
yeah, that one was a long time ago.
Long time ago. My God, it's the retro card day, boys.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, let's just getting started, man. We had so many stories, and like I said, if it, find it interesting, man.
Yeah, I felt like after 50, after we do this 50, it's like it's like a big relief, right? Because we had the past so many guests that wanted to do 50, and with all due respect, we do appreciate you guys, but this 50 is like it meant a lot to us because it's like it's like the century mark, right? Like 50 of like talking to random, not say random, we talk 50 people, like 50 episodes, like talking just random topics or and like guests, and we like listening to their stories and stuff. So man, and hopefully we get to another 50. We hit the 100 mark, the century mark.
Yeah. It'll be slowly but surely, but we'll get there again.
Yeah, we get there. We gonna get there, but who's keeping count except for us?
Right.
You guys only see it through the podcast and then the YouTube page. So you got
And,
anything else, man, for them before we wrap it up?
I'm just saying, like, they could, looking back at the first episode and looking at it now, I mean, there's a big improvement on how we even speak on this joint. So,
We were talking,
they could give us credit for
my
that too.
God,
You know what I'm saying?
the first episode, we were talking like we're on the fucking phone, man. Like, yo, dog,
That's what I'm saying.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you remember this though? You know what I'm saying? People, and I think that's the reason. I think that's the reason why like there are so many views and like playbacks for the
Yeah.
first like 3 episodes, because I think they were just, I don't know, people were like laughing or like they enjoyed the
Yeah, it's
content.
probably like, yeah. To be honest with you, it was cringe,
It was cringe, man. I
yeah.
actually watched it like recently. I'm like, oh my God, like
Yeah. So I mean,
can't
there's a big improvement, and like I said, I mean, we got to just thank everybody for the support and just being with us, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So,
So like we will. The goal is we will record in person. That's one of the, I can tell you that's one of the goals. And another thing that we're planning to do something, at a live location. So that's going to be another in the works for us.
yeah.
But it's not set in stone, but it's some ideas that we have in mind. But yeah, first and foremost, it'll be next time RJ goes to California or I visit Maryland. It'll be just like one screen, man. No more split screen for that time being.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be cool, man. I haven't seen RJ in shit 3-4 years. I haven't seen this dude, man. But I felt like we're just like, I'm just like right here. Like he's like right here, man.
Very much, man. So
Hey, man. So I thank you, RJ, for sticking through this for 50 episodes.
yes,
For the most part, bro. You've been a great co-host. And yeah, man, you've been a big like how do I say it, like you've been instrumental, man. Like you've made this podcast, and I'll share you something too. Like RJ wanted to like just say, hey, I don't want to do this no more. Like maybe it's just, you may just name it to yourself. Like, no, bro, like I told him that this podcast is yours too. So like this podcast don't go anywhere without two of us like like doing this together. So, and I'm glad that you came into to your senses like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? You want to like just, I know we were all busy. That's why I always tell him, bro, like don't worry about it. Like we'll hold it down, man. Like no matter like how life changes or like how busy how busy we are, this show must go on no matter what. But as long as he's cool with it, I'm cool with it, we're all on the same page. Nothing. This is nothing without without the cohesiveness. It's a partnership, right?
yeah.
So that was like, man, he told me like a couple like last year, like, hey man, maybe you should change your podcast to your name. Like, no, bro, like can't do that, man.
Yeah.
Like you're
going on, man. So
and it's funny too, like one of the biggest accomplishments that I wanted to be proud of is like we were able to make a merch.
yeah.
I mean, it was a friends and family, and we sold some shirts, to the like supporters. But I'm proud of that artwork, man. Like shout out to Randy and All Rise. Wanted to thank them for like making that shirt for us, and that's just the start too. We got more things that we have planned, and we hope that you continue. You guys stick with us, and then we also we're going to be collaborating with, hopefully, with other brands too and companies. So that's down the road. Yeah, man, I'm just excited for what the future lies ahead.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. So episode 50 is to a close, man. So I thank you, RJ, for your time. This is great, man. Like at first I just wanted to say like at first I just wanted this episode to just say thank you to everyone. Now RJ's like, oh, let's talk about basketball, man. Like, all right, bet.
Yeah, man.
You know, it was something
They gotta
that,
know, man. They gotta know.
yeah, they gotta know, you know. So we have more things that we want to share with you guys, you know, more episodes, more guests, more ideas. And I also want to shout out to the sneaker showcase, the people that we pick, you know, hopefully down the road, if you guys are still down with it, then those people know who they are. Hopefully we will do something maybe like end of the year. You think?
Part two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
part two.
Yeah.
The first one was a success. Like we got a lot of like cool feedback, and like, damn man, like I never seen, you know what I mean? Like RJ got like good feedback. Like, hey, like this is like a fucking like a male show and tell, basically.
I know very much. Yeah.
Show me like your favorite pair of shoe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I just loved it, like how like people just shared their stories about
Yeah.
it and like how they caught it, and like the oohs and ahs. It's like, damn, you know, it just brought that, you know, people bringing it back and stuff. So we're hopefully down the road we will contact those people, and then, you know, we'll probably schedule something like that. So yeah, man, I got nothing else to say. You've said it all here.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody for just tuning in and just sticking with us, man.
Yeah. And for us, we were like very self-conscious too. Like, I don't know like how I'm gonna look or how I'm gonna sound. I look funny, you know. Now it's
Hey, we
like,
did it anyway.
now it's like, yeah, it's cool, man, whatever. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you just record and then just see how
And
it goes.
talk. Yeah, record and talk, man.
Yep. All right, guys.
Yeah.
So that wraps up for episode 50, a 50 long. Congratulations, RJ. You know, we
Congratulations.
did it, man. So 50
Sure.
more. We hit 100. You know, sky, and then, you know, whatever comes after that.
Yep. Sky's the limit, bro.
Sky's the limit, man. All right, guys. So that wraps up for episode 50. This is Dandin.
This is RJ Machismo, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
See y'all.
50 out.